What up, guys? This is Paul the SA Badger coming at you with another episode. Now, in lieu of Mortal Kombat coming out next month, I've decided my next couple of videos are going to be Mortal Kombat related. Now, I've got a special surprise for you because this is a statue that a lot of you may have not even heard of, seen, or were even aware about. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Syco Collectibles Mortal Kombat 9 Jade. Stay tuned.
Oh, I got a live one here.
Alright guys, welcome back. So as always, we're going to start off with box art. So please forgive this box, it's a bit old. Can't exactly remember when I got this statue, but I want to say it was probably, well, around Mortal Kombat 9. So go figure what that is. Anyway, so front of the box, as you can see right here, it's a picture of the statue, which is Jade. On the bottom it says Jade, Enchanted Warriors, 10-inch statue. So it gives you an idea of pretty much how big the statue is. Not a very big statue, obviously 10 inches. On the side is the same figure, just at a different angle. The top says Mortal Kombat. The back, actually right here, it shows it's number 404 of 500. Okay, there's a bit of details about the character Jade herself. I'll go ahead and just put up a picture. You can go ahead and pause it, read it if you want to. And the second side of the box, same thing. It's just a different angle of the statue. Top of the box, same thing, just Jade, Enchanted Warriors, Syco Collectibles. Nothing at the bottom. So yeah, overall what I think about this box, very simple, clean, straight to the point. The black background really makes the statue and everything else just pop out at you. Yeah, so that's pretty much the box. Not really much left to say about that. Okay, let's go on to the review. All right, guys, so let's do this review. So first off, I want to start off by saying this statue came with this small piece. I don't know if you can see it or not. Now, really confused why it has this piece, because obviously it's supposed to be the staff. But what I'm thinking is this is a staff, when it's not extended, it's kind of in a palm position, just holding it very small, and it extends. Now, the reason why I don't understand why this piece even comes with the statue is the staff itself, as you can see here, it's not attached to anything. You just simply slide it in her hand, like so. So it kind of rests in her hand, and you just find a place on the base to kind of brace it on. Okay, so that's what I've been able to pose it as. So with this alone, I haven't been able to figure out where it goes. There's no instructions with the statue. It's just pretty much self-explanatory, but this I did not understand. That's the best guess I can come up with. But there's no way that this can actually stay holding in the hand, so I really don't know. Regardless, if there was a way to put it, I would probably never display it with this. Obviously, her staff is her signature weapon, so that's how I would display it, okay? All right, so let's start off with the base. Base is just a simple round circular base, nothing special about it. The inside of it looks like broken concrete with the center ring that's studded in, I guess, metal spots. And inside that circle is the Mortal Kombat dragon, the Mortal Kombat symbol. Okay, again, inside of it, it is also weathered, cracked, what have you. The ring of the base here is black. Okay, so there's not really much else to tell about the base. Let's start off with the figure. So the figure here, let's start off with her boots. Her boots are obviously, as you can see, black. They have the green knee pads here, and their heels. Okay, so what I was able to find out about these statues, guys, is there was artwork, pictures of the 3 female characters in Mortal Kombat 9 that were kind of like the promo for these characters. So what the company did was take these pictures and make statues out of them. So Jade, also Melina, and Kitana. But you know, they just brought these statues to life. So moving on, let's move up. So next part is her legs. Okay, so let's just talk about in general right now her skin texture. Her skin texture is kind of like a tannish, and as I'm rotating it, putting in different shades of the light, different shades are popping out to me. So yes, there is shading, and it's not just one solid color. So I think there was fine detail with that. The only part that's not part of the statue, or I should say mixed media in a sense, is these chains right here. Now I'm touching them very delicately because they're attached to the statue itself. What I'm looking at, very fragile, very likely to break off if you snag them too hard. So I'm just being very delicate with it. Okay, but I think it's a cool twist that you have these chains, very accurate to the character herself, and it's a cool addition that they didn't just sculpt it in. Besides, if these, as thin as they were sculpted part of the statue, I could see them easily breaking. Now, there's a good chance that these might actually break off of the statue itself, but at least they're not gonna break. The chains will not actually break themselves. So, you know, if they ever do become unhinged, you can just simply use some glue, super glue, nobody will notice, and you're fine. Okay. So our costume itself, the green, different shades of it, different light, and actually the costume itself has texture in it. It's what I can best see is like a snake skin or a gator skin kind of thing. The only thing is that I think it's just the texture. I don't think that's the actual material that it's supposed to be, because my recollection is in the game she's not wearing anything that's gator skin or snake skin. I think it's just the texture, and the thing that I like that they did, or in this case they didn't do, was make it shiny. Okay, because then that would give the illusion that it was either gator skin or snake skin. So it's just a kind of a flat color. There's different shadows, like some places are lighter, some places are darker. Now the black that she's wearing throughout the costume, as you can see in the boots, this is kind of not a gloss, but a little bit with the shine. Now when we come up to her straps on her chest, those are very glossy. The black right here too, somewhat glossy. Okay. Now I do see that in the back, right, there's a butt shot right there. Her hair. Now her hair does not come part of the statue. It's actually a piece that you have to put in. It's a peg, and it kind of twists and turns so you can kind of position the ponytail as you wish. Okay. Now moving up, her fingernails are painted red. I think that's awesome. They actually included that small detail, but it gives a lot of detail. Now her fingers up in her hair, she does have one finger underneath her hair like that. So, and they sculpted it in, which is awesome. You know, I'm very impressed by that. The sculpt of her costume goes throughout her armbands, her gauntlets, I guess if you want to call them. Now, there are some spots here, guys, that I'm seeing where the color, you know, isn't 100% clean. Okay, there isn't bleeding, but there is parts where the line work, for example, like on her gloves, it's not really done super clean. Okay, now it's not something you're gonna notice unless you actually really focus on the statue and nitpick at it. But you know, again, it's still done very well. I have no problems or issues with it. It's not a deal breaker for me. Her staff, going back to that, it's kind of a pink, purplish kind of color, and it's actually clear. Okay, so that I think is really awesome, because if you're not familiar, her staff is kind of it's not an actual staff, physical staff. It's more of a energy staff kind of thing. So that's why she's able to kind of bring it out at will, you know, because it's a energy staff, not an actual solid staff. Okay, so the portrait, I think the portrait is dead on. You know, you look at it and you can see Jade. You know, it looks very feminine, very cute. And what I gather from it, not only does it capture Jade, it does look like her, but the portrait kind of shows emotion as well. And what I gather, this is just me, is you know, kind of trying to seduce her opponent or to distract them to take advantage of them. Okay, so I think that that's the emotion that I personally see with Jade here. Okay, other than that, it's pretty much the statue, guys. Like I said, I got it years ago. I really do like it. I just haven't been able to take it out until recently. But yeah, and again, I don't know what this small piece is for. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, or actually know what it's for, guys, just leave a comment and let me know. All right, but that's pretty much the end of the review. All right, guys, so as always, you know, I like to give you a very close-up 360 view of all the statues. So here's a frontal view of Jade. Okay, I'll just go from it head to toe. Okay, there's a texture work I was talking about, and there are the chains that, as you can see close up, they can easily come off if you tug them too hard. Okay, as you can see right there in her, I guess her underwear going towards the back of her body, you can see the line work, how isn't it so clean, just like I mentioned before. Okay, there's her sash in the middle, her boots, okay, and there's the Mortal Kombat symbol towards the bottom, like I said. Okay, now seeing it up close, guys, now I'm seeing that there's actually little cracks that are painted green. Initially I didn't notice that until right now, so again, this is why I like to give these very in-depth close-up 360 views. Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn her so you can see her. There's the fingernails going into her hair. Okay, there's a line work I was talking about. Not bad, but not clean, or super clean, I should say. Okay. The butt shot. Give y'all guys that shot. Okay. Turn it back of the legs. Okay. These are staff, as you can see, and her heels, and her staff. I wedged it right there, guys. It's kind of a little crevice where the dragon's actually etched, but that's where I decided to put the staff. Okay, moving back up a little bit. There's the bust. Now, obviously with Mortal Kombat, especially Mortal Kombat 9, they made all the female characters very voluptuous, obviously. Don't think anybody's complaining about that though. Okay, there's a face I was telling you about. And zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so as you can see, there's not really clean line work in the eyes, but this statue from afar, guys, it's, like I said, it's only 10 inches. Okay, so to actually get in there with the paintbrush and do those eyes perfect, it's a task, you know. So this is from very up close, magnetized. Okay, so I'm not really complaining about that. Okay. And you know, obviously her ear kind of looks, I don't know, messed up. Again, this is just stuff that you see from up close, not really anything you're gonna see from a distance. Her hair is just solid black. There's no shading tech to it, but obviously you can see a lot of line work there, texture. Okay, zoom out just a little bit. Okay, yeah, so there's Jade, guys. Just wanted to give you that up close look at her. And there she is again. Alright guys, so I just wanted to finish off this video with my final thoughts and critique of the Jade statue. So let's first start off with execution. Do I feel that this statue represents who this character is? Absolutely. You know, you just take one look at it and you already know who it is. If you don't know who it is, you just look at that base and that iconic symbol, Mortal Kombat, you know this is a Mortal Kombat character. So when you walk into a room, see the statue, do you know who it is? Does it scream out who it is? And not only who it is, but does it capture who character is. I would think so. You know, she's in a very sexy pose. She has her staff, and you know, the only thing that could probably be added to that somehow would be the shurikens that she also has, but I think that would just be overkill. So execution, I would give it a 10. Next job is craftsmanship. Do I feel that the sculpt was done well? Do I feel the portrait was done well? Absolutely. The portrait is very beautiful. It basically shows emotion, like I mentioned earlier. The rest of the body looks phenomenal. You know, it's sculpted just right. You know, the heels and, you know, the hair. Definitely the hair. The hair has a lot of details, lots of texturing. The entire costume has a lot of texturing. This right here, I guess we call it mixed media. Very nice addition. Okay, it's not just one solid piece. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. Her chest here. Now this is sculpted. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is very thin, so I'm going to be very delicate with it. Had they done it with this, I could see the chains, if they were sculpted, breaking easily. So I think that was done well. So again, craftsmanship, I would also give that a 10. Okay. Now, paint. Again, you saw in my close-up that there were some spots where the paint was not so perfect. But again, it's just very close up, guys. You cannot notice it from seeing this once, twice, 3 times from a distance. You cannot notice the spots of paint where they're not line. It's really just line work, honestly. That's what it is. So because it's so minute, I would give the paint a 9. Okay. Next, value. Okay. Do I feel what I paid for this statue was worth it? Do I feel that when I took it out of the box and looked at it, like I had no regrets paying what I paid for it? Absolutely. Now, I got this statue years ago, guys, and I can't recall the exact price, but I think I paid about $125 for it. So a statue, in my opinion, that is this good for $125, absolutely beyond fair. Okay, so in addition to that, reviewing the statue now, I was just curious, can I find these statues online? No, not really. I don't really see people selling them. I don't really see too many people even having these. So considering that I only paid $125 for this statue, which I consider to be really a rarity, absolutely. You know, I feel that price, 10. Beyond reasonable. And originality. Do I feel that the artist pushed the envelope with this statue? Do I feel the artist took Jade and said, let me do something creative with her, let me do something original with her? Obviously not, because the statue was basically taken from a current picture that existed prior to the statue, and they just pretty much produced it into a statue, 3D. So not so much originality there, you know. So with that, I would give the originality a 7, because there's not really originality there. On top of that, yes, it is taken from a picture, but obviously this is just kind of a museum pose statue. Okay, it's not really her in action. It's just, you know, showing her. If I remember correctly, it's a victory pose that she has. Again, I could be wrong, but again, it's museum pose, just her looking sexy. Awesome statue though, awesome statue, but not really an action scene or anything like that. Okay, so again, originality, I'll give it a 7. Okay, so those are my scores. You can see my overall score of this statue here. Now, if you can find this statue, guys, I would highly recommend, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, if you're a fan of Jade, definitely get this statue, okay? I don't know if you can find it, and I don't know how much it's going for, but that's my review on it. So hope this helped you. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please share with anybody you know who would like this statue, who would like this video. And please comment below. I'm always up to criticism and feedback. Anyway, guys, I got more statues, Mortal Kombat related. Again, in lieu of Mortal Kombat 11 coming out next month, I'm going to be doing a couple of more statue reviews. And you'll be seeing more just like this one. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
You wanna know what to say? The narcissist, better watch yourself. You wanna know what to say?